Oh, 1600s guy, let's go. And there's the Risbeth team. With the Dragonite on the Rain. So I can't safely Dondozo. And against Sinister, I can't safely Dondozo. So I think I will be going for Electrode Annihilate. And then, yeah, I think I still just go Rain against this. My Dragonite puts me off bringing Dondozo, but so does Sinister. But Sinister can easily survive and then get Trick Room and then match a gotcha against my naive nature Dondozo. If I leave with Sinister, then I can snipe it pretty quick. Which would be nice. I mean, most things I can snipe except the multi-scale Dragonite and the Ursaluna, obviously. I'd be surprised if they bring Ursaluna against. Like, I wouldn't suspect Ursaluna is a good bring against what you see on the screen right now. But if they do go fully for Trick Room with Sinister, then I guess that is the main sweeper, so they would want to. Is this fully the Risbeth team? Did it have an Annihilate? I don't think it did it? Well, that's a cool trainer card. It didn't have Annihilate, did it? Pretty sure. Can't remember what it was, though. Alright, so I'm obviously Bullet Seeding myself. And then do I Rage Fist Dragonite or Annihilate? I Rage Fist Annihilate. They could protect in Tailwind or they could protect in Scale Shot, but then I can go for Electro Web next turn if they Scale Shot. And if they Tailwind and protect, then obviously that's not so ideal. Then I might be forced to Electro Web and switch hards to Archaladon. Although they'll probably Scale Shot. Oh, okay, that's fine. Unless it's Ursaluna. Then they'll probably Scale Shot themselves and... Oh, it is Ursaluna. Wow, they did bring it. Well, that's not good. Okay. That's made things a bit more awkward. One would assume this is Scale Shot or Tailwind, and that's not good. Like I said, I'm surprised they brought Ursaluna against this, but... It has obviously worked out quite... I've never actually... Like, I don't think I've ever clicked Chloroblast with this Electrode. I think it makes sense to have it. But I should still outspeed the Ursaluna. Does Chloroblast KO it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Not even close. I mean, I can get it next turn, I guess. But let's Electro Web and Rage Fist the Dragonite. Hopefully I'll survive the Scale Shot. I'll survive the Earthquake just about with the Electrode. Them having Ursaluna was obviously not ideal. Like, Taunt and Rage Fist the Dragonite was the most optimal play looking back, given what happened. But that would have been an insane play to go for in front of that Annihilate, given they could have Scale Shotted themselves and Rage Fisted my Annihilate. So, and they are Terroring. Don't know why. What? I mean, they don't know that I'm Choice Scarf, but that's insane. I could have just Rage Fist again. I mean, I know I didn't, but, you know. And also, I get to Electro Web them now. So if I don't get 5-shot, nice, then I get the Electro Web off first, and I get the KO on the Dragonite. So, thank you kindly. I mean, I guess that was mainly for Chloroblast as well, wasn't it? Because Chloroblast would have been super effective. So to be fair, that was reasonable. And also, to be fair, I'm never ever Rage Fisting that Ursaluna on that turn, am I? So, yeah, fair enough. Oh, it was Golden Go over Annihilate. I've remembered. It was Scarf Golden Go. That's what it was on the Risbeth team. You don't need to put that in the comment now. If you put that comment, please don't delete it, because it helps the algorithm. But if you commented before we got to this stage in the video, I have now remembered it was Golden Go. Okay, I believe Pelipper is more optimal. Because I can Electro Web and Tailwind myself. Although I've taken a lot of damage now. And their Annihilate probably outspeeds my Electrode in the Tailwind. In fact, it just always does, doesn't it? Yeah, so I think their Annihilate is going to be too much for me now. Most likely. I mean, given it was a Scarf Golden Go, I wouldn't be surprised if it's also a Scarf Annihilate. So is there anything I can do with that? I haven't Terra'd yet, so I can Terra Steel and survive the Facade. I think I'll need to do that. Yeah, let's Electrode again, Terra Steel, and Tailwind. But I think I've lost too much momentum here. If they Earthquake again, that's insane. If they Headlong Rush the Pelipper, that's also insane. It's got to be Facade into the Pelipper. And I was hoping, like, I expected them to go for a... That's nice, though. A Drain Punch or a Close Combat, because if I switch to Archaludon, it would cover for it. So that's a shame that I lose my Electrode unnecessarily. But yeah, it was Facade, so that bit's good at least. Now, is that in range of regular old Rage Fist? Probably not, right? I wouldn't have thought so. This is their last turn of Tailwind, isn't it? So I think I've still got a very reasonable... Oh, and they were... They're paralyzed anyway because they're static. So it's Electroshot and... Sinister... No, it is Dragonite. And... No, Dragonite's KO'd. So... Hurricane's best, because if they do switch the Ursaluna, Weather Ball wouldn't have made any difference into any of them. Yeah, so it's Hurricane. So it's Electroshot and Hurricane the Ursaluna. Ignore the Annihilate, which I suspect is Choice Scarf, but they did smartly protect. I don't think a Rage Fist will KO my Pelipper, but 2 will. So I need them to get fully paralyzed at least on one of these turns. Because Hurricane with no investment won't KO Annihilate. Okay, we got a bit of fortune there. We'll take that. So, Electroshot and Hurricane again, I guess. And hopefully, +2 Electroshot doesn't KO Ursaluna. They do switch. Is it Archaludon? That's worst case. It's Sinister. Okay. So this is incredibly doable with just my Archaludon now, I think. Assuming this KOs the Sinister, which I believe it does, because I can Focus Fire on the Ursaluna forever and ignore this Annihilate completely. That's got to be in range of Hurricane. Right? That did loads. Yeah, of course it was. Like, assuming that this is a Choice Scarf Annihilate, I think I'm good. If it's not and it can switch to a fighting move, and we're not finding out, then I think I should be good. Because now this is going to be a +3 Electroshot. And it's going to be +4 by the end of Tailwind, isn't it? Because there's one more turn of Tailwind. Yeah. So even if it was Scarf and outspeeds my Pelipper afterwards, I think I should be good. And my Damrock is coming into play as well. Because, yeah, it might come into play. But there we go. I think I'm good. I think that Static Electrode has come back to help me a lot. I mean, the Ursaluna is definitely KO'd by this combination. And it should be KO'd by a +4 Electroshot if they protect and Rage Fist does KO the Pelipper. But I don't see how I lose this, especially because they didn't protect and I have KO'd this Ursaluna. They're not Scarf, they close combat crit my Archaludon after Rage Fist does KO the Pelipper. But even +3 was enough, so. So, to be fair, that was a little bit of fortune. And I think I needed at least one of the paras. I don't think I needed both. I don't think Rage Fist would have KO'd my Pelipper. Oh, it does have close combat, okay. But yeah, that wasn't enough. So, that's all good. And that was the 1600s guy, right? So that's going to be decent points. And we won't find out if it was Scarf or not because my Archaludon should outspeed even a Scarf Annihilate when it's paralyzed. So, nice. Well done, Electrode. That's why I have static over Aftermath on you, because of things that can happen like that. Just to skew the odds slightly in my favour if necessary, and potentially was necessary there. So, that's decent. It didn't update, so I don't actually find out what ranking I am after beating the 1600s guy, but oh well. That's a name I recognise. Assuming it's the same person. If it's who I'm thinking of, they just got top 8 at Pittsburgh. I don't know if this is the team they were using, I can't remember. But is this Dondozo-able? Yes, that is now a word. Because they got the King Gambit, which puts me off the Annihilate bit a bit. A bit. That was a good sentence. Well done. I mean, it puts me off the Annihilate because I want to Rage Fist, but I can just close combat. There's nothing wrong with close combat. I have other moves on the Annihilate rather than Rage Fist. But them having Ninetales puts me off going with the Dondozo mode because of the fact that I need to leave with Pelipper on Dondozo to do it properly. Although, yeah, no, this is one where I can Bullet Seed my own Archaludon, can't I? Because they're very physical. The special attackers are incredibly weak. It's Ninetales, which I can switch in Pelipper for, and it's Magmar, which doesn't really do much. So I think I'm just Bullet Seeding myself here. I do want Pelipper because they have Ninetales, and it's either Annihilate or solo Tatsugiri. I'm going to go Annihilate, I think. I'm expecting to use Final Gambit with the Annihilate in the back, I think. And that's not a cool trainer card. There's the Rillaboom straight up. Now I could Terra Ghost and Bullet Seed myself and Body Press the King Gambit. If they fake out the Archaludon, then I'm plus 5 or 6 straight away, and then I can just Body Press the next turn. So what's wrong with that? This guarantees that I get my plus at least 4, and probably 5. I think this is worth it. Just please do not be Terra Ghost on the King Gambit. That would be incredibly rude. Don't you dare be Terra Ghost. So it's the King Gambit Terraing. Don't you dare. Okay, fine. Fine. I acceptable. It's not Ghost. It's fine. Yeah, cool. This was not a wasted Terra. Ooh, okay, that's smart. That was good. Well done. Well done. Let's go Static. But yeah, that covers for in and out of Terra Ghost, doesn't it? So yeah, actually that was really smart of them. Okay, but they've used their Terras already, which is not the worst. Okay, so now I go into Annihilate and I beat myself up. And that's why I have beat up on the Annihilate. It's so that I can still do this mode. It's only 3, but that's obviously still significant. And then I think I can ignore the King Gambit for now. I will Body Press the Rillaboom, because it's gone for Terra Fire, so I can Weather Ball it in the future. And that was obviously definitely the correct play. So when have you ever seen Annihilate doing the beating up? Very nice, very nice. Now I assume this is Woodhammer to potentially KO the Annihilate, but I don't think it does. I think it should just about survive. And this will two-shot, like so. And Woodhammer will not KO because Annihilate's great. Cool. So that's obviously pretty good. So now... I am Sucker Punchable on the Annihilate. And by Sucker Punchable, I mean for the KO. That's what Sucker Punchable means. Everything's Sucker Punchable, apart from a mono status move Pokemon. But I don't want to switch to Pelipper because they probably still have Ninetales in the back. And then I'll have to switch it out and switch it back in. So that's the awkward thing. And I'm also locked into Beat Up. But to be fair, if they get paralyzed and I get another Beat Up into our Chaladon, that's really, really good. So let's attempt to. I mean, obviously that was guaranteed, but, you know. This is still fine. Cool. Now we have a Sucker Punch Mind game on this turn. Because I could Body Press the Rillaboom and then Tailwind. And that would be reasonable. They obviously could still have Ninetales, so I think I do want to Tailwind regardless. And that means that I want to go for the King Gambit with the Body Press. They could Protect and Woodhammer, but then they would KO themselves, right? Maybe not, it would be close. Electroshock probably would have KO'd, but I don't want them hard switching into Ninetales. This is a lot less risky. What was that frame? What? Okay, that one, that's fine. So, obviously it was better to go for the Rillaboom that turn, because I could have gone for Weather Ball and Body Press, and that would have been double KO. And that would have been pretty reasonable. Because I'm taking a huge amount from Woodhammer, and if it doesn't KO themselves to recoil, then they'll be able to Grassy Glide my Pelipper, and it will be all on our Chaladon to sweep through the game, because that's obviously Grassy Glide range, and they didn't KO themselves. So it is now all on the Archaladon. Which, to be fair, it's +3 defender, it's +4 defense now. It can easily do, because I can ignore the Rillaboom completely. If it's Ninetales, I hope it's not Focus Sash, because I can just Flash Cannon KO it. It's Basculegion. I can Electroshot. That would be incredibly risky if they do have the Ninetales. So that's awkward. Because Electroshot is what I would need to... A Snarl will KO though, right? Although I'm neutral, aren't I? Yeah, I haven't Electroshotted yet. Yeah, I think I still Electroshot regardless. It's going to be Ninetales switch, but... Oh, that way round? What? Okay, fine. Yeah, there's the Ninetales, that's fine. Is it fine? It's probably not fine. I mean, I knew what they were doing, and I didn't work out what the play was supposed to be. I still just made the basic play. I did think that was some kind of bait, but still. So that would have been Flash Cannon, then I could have gone for Electroshot on the next turn, and that would have been all good. I don't need to press any buttons, because it just does my turn. But this obviously won't KO the Ninetales. It'll still do good damage, and it will still probably two-shot. But if I saw through what they were doing, and I suspected that something was up, but couldn't work out what to do in time, then that should have been Flash Cannon into the Ninetales. And then I think I would have been good. Like assuming that they're not Focus Sash. If they are Focus Sash, it wouldn't have made a difference. Understandable. But now I can go for Flash Cannon into Ninetales. I still have one more turn of Tailwind, right? I believe. So hopefully they're not Focus Sash. Because this is still doable if they're not Focus Sash. Because Last Respects will do good damage, but not enough, right? I should be able to get a, like, 2-turn Electroshot to KO the Basculegion. Because the Rillaboom is basically useless. It's gone. But, I mean, this powers up their Last Respects, doesn't it? Because I KO the Rillaboom this turn. But this also gives me recovery. This is now 150 base power Last Respects, but I'm +4 I think, at this point. Because I beat myself up and I got Sucker Punch. So that's still not much. And I'm getting better against it now. Now, will Blizzard and 3 more Last Respects will get me, won't it? So I think they'll still have it. So I think it needs to be Snarl spam now. Because if I Flash Cannon KO the Ninetales, Blizzard, Last Respects should KO me. Okay, that's obviously the correct play to go for then. Yeah, this is probably just about going to do too much, isn't it? Yeah, and that doesn't two-shot. Do I need to go for the small critical hit then? Is that the optimal play to go for? I think it is, right? Because Last Respects will be boosted. Like, they're going to get a Blizzard and also 2 more Last Respects. So I think the Snarl critical hit is the correct play to go for, as far as I can see. Because they could also be Focus Sash on the Ninetales. So obviously, I think the key play in this game was them going for Fake Out and Sucker Punch into Electrode, which did do a very nice pin. And, oh, okay. That's what I was doing anyway, so if I get the critical hit into the Basket Legion... No, not quite. Okay, fair enough. Surprised they didn't just Blizzard, but there we go. Oh, and the snow's gone. So there is actually still a win condition, right? Because Blizzard can miss. So this is not actually over. It's not in my favor, but it's not over. Oh, it's Moonblast. Yeah, why haven't you been doing that the whole time? Like, what? Because it's the Life Orb one. Like, why didn't you Blizzard? I'm surprised at that endgame. Like, they're obviously still going to win, but I would argue that wasn't quite optimal. But given the advantage they have had, I don't think that it was necessarily needed to be optimal. If I would have Flash Cannoned the Ninetales that switched in immediately on the Basket Legion play, I think that was smart, and I knew that something was up, but I couldn't figure out what to do. And it was Flash Cannon the Basket Legion slot. But yeah, the Fake Out and Sucker Punch was quite smart because it covered in and out of Terra. So on the first turn, Taunting was the correct play, wasn't it? Because then the next turn I'd avoided the Sucker Punch, and then I would have been able to bullet seed myself without the need to go for Terrestrialization. And then I would have got the bullet seed off, and then I would have been all sorted. But there's a reasonable 1500 person, so that's good. With a pretty reasonable team. Got a Grimmsnarl. Yeah, if the Dragonite wasn't there, this is just basically Surf Spam, isn't it? So I've got Ursaluna as well, so I'm not comfortable going the Annihilate. I think I want to go Dondozo, but if they leave a Dragonite, I'm going to Protect and Hurricane it, and then I can Wave Crash it, right? That's what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to try the Dondozo Surf mode for the first time. I mean, if the Dragonite doesn't have Haze, then this is all good. Like, I feel like Dragonites should start dropping Haze, because, like, how many Dondozos have you actually seen? Like, I know it's there, obviously, for insurance, mainly against Dondozo. It has other use cases. But, like, in my opinion, mono Scale Shot as the only attacking move on Dragonite is not good. Because as soon as you face a Fairy, especially that Alone on Ninetales that is absolutely picking up, then what are you doing? So, like, I am not a fan of Scale Shot, Tailwind, Haze, Protect as a set on Dragonite. And that is a cool trainer card. But that might be because I'm a dirty Dondozo player. So, you know. But I'm feeling pretty good about my lead. So, I can just immediately go for it. But they could defensively Terra the Volcarona and Tailwind, which is what I'm expecting. But I still think that this is the correct play to go for. Because if they do not react to this, this is a double KO. And even if they do have Dragonite waiting in the back, I'll still be able to... Or if they hard switch Dragonite and didn't Tailwind or Terror or whatever, that's good. So I've broken the multi-scale. I'll get to Wave Crash it next turn if they don't defensively Terror and Tailwind. Specifically Tailwind. It has to be Terror and Tailwind. It's probably going to be because the GC is always the worst case scenario, but I've actually broken the multi-scale and put them in range of the Wave Crash now. Or maybe even just the regular old Surf, because of the multi-scale being broken. So if this does a third to the Dragonite, then I can Surf again. If they don't Terror the Volcarona, I should just immediately win. So they kind of have to Terror the Volcarona. But that's okay. I mean, if it's Fairy, then I think this might still KO. It has to be water or grass for them to not be KO'd, as far as I understand how the damage calculations of Surf works. But it's always the worst case, so it won't be Terra Fairy, even though that's the most optimal Volcarona to go for at the moment. It is going to be Terra Water, so it can live. Although, to be fair, Terra Water is entirely reasonable. But yeah, this needs to be Tailwind to be not so good. That's not going to be Surf KO after multi-scale broken. Citrus Berry. So is the support one most likely? So if this is Tailwinds, that is going to be a Haze. It was a Tailwind. So, like, obviously it was going to be worst case. It's the GC. So, now... I think I still just Surf. Because I'm going to get hazed, and I don't want to do all the Wave Crash recall this turn. I'll do it next turn. Struggle Bow won't do that much, but it's probably the best thing the Volcarona can do, and then this will be a Haze. So actually, it's going to cancel my Struggle Bug. I don't know, because I'd have been +1 and it would have made no difference anyway. But, yeah. Obviously, it's going to be Haze. Every Dragonite still carries Haze, even though I think that it doesn't need it anymore, because Dondozo has kind of disappeared. In my opinion, like, obviously I'm biased because I'm using Dondozo, but in my opinion, it is worth sacrificing Haze because Dondozo is not really around. That is my actual genuine opinion. I will protect on one of their turns of Tailwind. Yep, Struggle Bug is still the best they can go for, so I will go for Wave Crash this turn. Because with the Scale Shot, I will definitely KO this Dragonite. Although, would it have been better not to protect there, because then I could have KO'd the Volcarona on this turn and they wouldn't have got a second Tailwind. Although actually, if they bring Golden Go, I can just Oko that as well with Ray Crash. Even at neutral, Life Orb in the rain will get it. Come on. You decided really quickly last round. What? Okay, they do protect. Fair enough. So they get a little bit of chip and they get the Tailwind back. So that was optimal from them. Because now that probably is Scale Shot range, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so I understand the thinking, because that makes sense. Because now they get their Tailwind. So I think it might have been better not to protect on that turn then. Let's still Wave Crush KO the Dragonite. And my Chaladon still looks pretty reasonable. And if I KO this Dragonite this turn, which I probably do, I don't think Scale Shot will get me. Struggle Bug and Scale Shot will get me, but then they don't get Tailwind. But they did Tailwind, so I suspect Dondozo is bulky enough on the physical side to survive a Scale Shot. Maybe not 5. It's definitely 4, but not 5. Yeah, obviously the worst case is going to happen. Because it's the GC, so why wouldn't it? Now, I could go into Pelipper, because I'm switching Tatsugiri, right? do I need to switch Tatsugiri? I can protect and... Yeah, protect and Electro Shot's fine. Yeah, that's better. I was going to say I could go into Pelipper and then switch the Tatsugiri into Archelodon and bait them into giving me the defense boosts, but I can just protect. How many turns of Rains left? 3, so that's enough. So, protect and Electro Shot. And yeah, it still should be the Dragonite. They struggle bug. I suspect I'm still strong enough to KO the Dragonite. And they don't really have much into the Archelodon. I'll be cancelling any struggle bugs. And they didn't protect the Dragonite, so I've got the KO now, which is good. Good. And they didn't Rage Powder either, but I don't know if they even have Rage Powder. There's the struggle bug, but I'll cancel that with the Electro Shot, and that should still KO the Dragonite. And I'm getting a stamina boost, which is nice. And now my Tatsugiri is actually quite threatening, because I'm still in the rain. I'll be able to go for... Like, if Golden Go comes in, I can go for Muddy Water and Electro Shot. And that will still do a huge amount to the Golden Go, even if the Rage Powder. Assuming it connects. And yes, it was strong enough. I did assume so. I'd have been very disappointed in Archelodon if that didn't pick up the KO. Is it Golden Go, or is it unrevealed? It's Ursaluna. That's not ideal, is it? Because they can Earth Power KO my Archelodon now. So I think this is a 50-50 of, do they Blood Moon my Tatsugiri and Struggle Bug, or do they just straight up Earth Power the Archelodon? How many turns of Tailwinds left? There's 2, so that's too many. And I just protected the Tatsugiri, so I expect this is going to be a Blood Moon into it. So I'm not going to switch my Archelodon. I'm going to Snarl. But them having Ursaluna in the back is not good for me. Yeah, like so. Was it better to sack Pelipper? It might have been better to sack Pelipper. But now I should survive an Earth Power. And they can't Blood Moon on this turn, so actually, you know, no, this is reasonable now. Although this is going to be the final turn of Rain, so I'm not going to have Rain after this turn. Because I can go for Weather Ball here, and I don't even need to Tailwind, do I? I can just KO. And with a Snarl, I should survive. Although, were they Life Orb? Did I see if they were Life Orb? If I did, I wasn't paying attention. They might still be Assault Vest, and if they're Assault Vest, then I probably do need to Tailwind because they'll survive the Weather Ball. No, I'm going to take the KO. Although would have Body Pressed have been enough to KO the Ursaluna? Because I've got a decent amount of stamina now. I should survive the Earth Power because of the -1. Like so. Oh, but they still have the entire Golden Go in the back, don't they? That's something I didn't think about. Yeah, now the rain's gone, I can't hit the Golden Go with anything but Snarl. So this doesn't really work, does it? Especially because the Ursaluna is probably going to survive. I mean, this is assuming it's Assault Vest. I've already seen if it was Life Orb or not, but it didn't. Okay. So... like, I definitely go for Snarl with the Archelodon. I have to hope that I'm faster than the Golden Go, which is not that common. I think I should also Wide Guard, just in case, because there's no reason to do anything else, right? I'm -1, so actually the Snarls don't do anything. So I will still just Tailwind. Because they're going to Shadow Ball me, so I need to go for some Hurricane Confusions afterwards. Yeah, so White Guard would have been pointless. Like, this was the correct play. And because the rain is gone, I think if the rain was still here, my bulky Pelipper could have done it. So this is going to be Lightfall now, isn't it? No, it's not. If I saw Lightfall on the Ursaluna, whoops. But now I need some Hurricane Confusions. Thank you, Pelipper. Thank you very kindly. That is exactly what I needed. And we'll see if this is Specs or not. No, we won't. We'll never know, but I suspect it was Specs anyway. But, yeah. Oh well. Rain disappearing one turn early was not so ideal. And then having Tailwind and Terra Water was obviously the worst case as well.